Long have we awaited. RINASCITA drip marketing activated. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. And that's right, my friends, they have heard our cries and pleas for drip marketing that they're not quite ready to release yet. So they said, you know what, we'll keep you fed, as Kuro does, and they're gonna give us a drip marketing to the drip marketing, a teaser to the teaser of what's to come. But it is confirmed, to my friends, in all 5 of these posts that we're about to talk about, is that RINASCITA will probably be the next region that we travel to. We've seen it inside the text of the game, and now it is here. And oh man, I cannot wait for what we're going to be going through for the next few months. But yes, there is just 5 pages, you know, not a lot to talk about, but there's still things, you know, want to just analyze it over there. And leave a like and subscribe if you want to see when the RINASCITA drip marketing finally drops, probably at the Game Awards. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So there's 5 images that we got and a sentence that we can structure together, and surprisingly they revealed a little more than I expected, because you could always just put you know, kind of a generic sentence like, oh man, like, you know, like there's something distant off in the lands. But they actually did say something quite relevant to the lore. So anyways, stop yapping, let's just get right into it. So the first one is this cane right here, and I'm gonna try and look a little closer here and there, but it does look like we have some patterns in the background as well. I think that should be consistent across all of them, but if they're different, then I'll point it out for sure. So really basic bird cane, and you know, as is pretty obvious, these are probably representative of every character that we're going to be meeting in RINASCITA. Now there's only 5, which obviously the cast of RINASCITA is going to be way larger than just 5, but you know, right off the way, regal, super duper interesting. It'll be cool to see this actually you know, part of the person. I assume that every single you know, item that they show off inside these things is going to be part of it. We also get to see the first look at the logo, of course, just like you know, all the other games that follow this sort of formula. The Hoyo games do have like little logos for every single you know, region or place that they go to. And I'm going to flip over to the next panel over here, is that we can see a better comparison. So this is people, I don't know, people are like it's like, oh, that's Jinzhou's logo. It's like, no, it's actually Huanglong logo, which you don't know. What is it? Huanglong is based off, like, you know, it's sort of is the entire region that we're going to be traveling through for the next few years. And you know, they're like, oh well, it's about the legend of the dragon, right? And you know, there's many guardians of it. So but overall, I do kind of consider this like the Jinzhou logo, because you know, it is on the military suits of the personnel. But that's not what you're here to see. You're here to see the RINASCITA Loto, or Laguna, as it says in the text. But very nice. And also hello, a unicorn, that's pretty cool. And then there's like a little lamp tower that's on fire. So honestly, looks really interesting. It's the same across the board, just has different colors, but good to see that we have you know, some sort of visual representation of what Raguna's sentinel might be. Man, I'm gonna be flip-flopping between Raguna and RINASCITA. I like both names, okay? But yeah, hopefully this is actually, you know, what the sentinel is, and that's interesting. You know, I don't really expect I mean, I didn't expect anything based off the legend that was given, but it's also like a unicorn. You know, maybe it's a seahorse, I don't know, man, we'll see. But regardless, let's move on to the second image. So, you know, upon a distant shore, the carnival beckons, and we get to see you know, this very classic theater mask, the fool's mask, if you could say, with some fancy gold embroidery. Very classic, very attuned to history. This is pretty you know, interesting. And of course, you know, it's definitely time to bring up that you know, through rumors, you know, this is something I'm very comfortable saying with, but you know, the region is based off the country of Italy, right? You know, of course, not to an extreme extent, I will say. Wuthering Waves definitely tones back its cultural influences, you know, when it handles the story, and I think that's okay, right? And especially for Jinzhou, you know, as much as that definitely is based off of their home region in China, I think they wanted to just kind of hold back a little bit, not go too crazy, and they'll probably push it in a little more, you know, as time goes on, when they need to get a little more creative, you know, with the regions. And I think this is definitely one where they're going to start doing it, right? Because we already have this nice, you know, theater mask. Hopefully we get to have I wonder if a character is actually gonna wear this. Something tells me that out of all the items, this is the one that we might not see, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But you know, theater kids are always great. We already have Camellya the dancer, so hey, just add on top of it, why not? But the carnival beckons, and if we move to the next panel, which I believe is now a new sentence, we have a suitcase? Huh? It's like a box and it has a gigantic key. So hey, I mean, pack your bags, we're going to RINASCITA, baby, let's go. Yeah, not too much to say on this one, although I do like the purple's nice. We need more purple characters in Wuthering Waves. We have a few, but not like predominantly purple. I mean purple. Maybe this person could be pastel, that would be fun. But let's set sail over to the hidden archipelago, the land of echoes. And yeah, no, this one's definitely also the weird one, because it's like, it's a piece of ribbon, man. Like, what does that mean, you know? But also, you know, it also kind of looks like the Among Us logo, which we'll talk about that later. Not too much to say for this one. I'm like, oh, maybe it's like someone's tie, but nah, this is definitely the weirdest one. But the last one is for sure the one that people are very hyped about, and that is going to be to the hidden archipelago, but the land of echoes. And yeah, that's also something important we'll talk about in a second. And behold, its grand unveiling. They are just teasing us so hard. It's gonna be at the Game Awards, man. I can't wait. You know, possibly just anything, even if it's like a 4-second clip, like HSR did it with Topaz all the way back when the Game Awards. And these 4 seconds, Topaz, boom, done. If that's it, I mean, a little disappointing, but hey, whatever. I have a feeling they're going to give us at least maybe like 10 seconds of a trailer for Wuthering Waves. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then they're just gonna like put in like the next 2 characters who will come on banner or something like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, this one is the most interesting because this is like, it looks like a glass rifle or a glass sword, and that's just super freaking awesome, man. Like, we've been also wanting, like, you know, a you know, any gun related character, because it is a weapon in the game that has basically no units. And then also, what is it, it's also made out of ice. So hey, Ling Yang enjoyers, your echoes will have a place soon. There you go. But yeah, that is the entire sentence. Now if we flip over to see all the drip marketing lined up right here, you can see all these pieces very nicely put together, and they just look great. I mean, what is it again, it's so simple, right? It's so simple. It seems very silly to be hyped over, but like them making sure that we stay, you know, confirmed and fed, you know, with information that something is coming. You know, you only have to wait like, you know, 10 more days until the Game Awards, and then boom, it'll probably be there. And that is just so exciting, man. But yeah, here's all together. And there's also a really interesting connection, and I'll try to make sure we come back to this panel in a moment. But Relexant posted this, and of course, you know, like he said, it probably doesn't mean anything, but these ribbons do all kind of connect, you know, via each other. And I think that'll be really interesting, right? You know, your fates are intertwining, could be, you know, something that, you know, is a little more emphasized, you know, in the story. But for me, you know, I have a feeling that because it's based off of Italy, right, you know, I think it's gonna have a big emphasis on family, you know, just based off of values. But hey, that's just me. What is it? It's cool that these intertwine though. Like, you really didn't have to do that. Some people also speculated that maybe these things spell out characters. I don't think that's the case, but yeah, no, it's pretty cool. What is it? And of course, Among Us, like, you gotta oh man, I wonder if they thought this through. They're just like, oh yeah, let's put a ribbon. Oh, okay. well, that's pretty funny. But yes, let's go back to the actual sentence itself, and the most important piece that we can actually analyze. Upon a distant shore, the carnival beckons. Let's set sail, my friend, to the hidden archipelago of RINASCITA, the land of echoes, and behold its grand unveiling. Man, I love that. Anyway, yeah, no, it's grand unveiling, it's coming. But the most important thing to note here is that the hidden archipelago, which, okay, I really hope that's not the case. A hidden archipelago, we already did that with Black Shores. I kind of don't want to do that for a second time, you know. But the other thing is the land of echoes, and this is something that I definitely would agree with for the direction for the story, right? Because echoes are such an important part of the game. It's quite literally part of the selling point that you can grind, you know, these pieces of well, what is it, these monsters in the overworld, and they become your gear and your equipment that you can use for your stats, but also in battle too. And you know, being able to learn more about echoes is kind of an untouched topic, quote unquote, right? And what I mean by that is that, like, we learned a lot about tacit fields, you know, how these things form, etc., but we haven't really learned a lot about the echoes themselves. And now traveling to what seems to be what RINASCITA is, a land of echoes, that's going to be really interesting to see, you know, how it works, because the one bit of lore I believe we do have for RINASCITA is that their echoes are intelligent. They can speak, they can communicate, and it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, from their perspective, how they perceive the world of Wuthering Waves, because it is very different, right? And they're maybe they're just living their lives. Maybe they're not, you know, always like freakishly crazy monsters that we have to fight all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. It's really exciting to just have this, and I can bet you that RINASCITA is probably going to drop around you know, the Game Awards time. So that's like December 10th and 12th, and then also popular voting will open on December 2nd as well. So just be patient, it's coming, and they're giving us something to make sure that, you know, hey, it is gonna be there. And hey, if you want to be there and see it when I finally drop the drip marketing, or or when they finally drop the drip marketing, and then I am able to cover it, leave a like and subscribe. And tonight we will be doing other stuff on this channel. Nova is coming out tonight, but yeah, just a quick video. Super excited for what's to come, and I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to also change this end screen, which you'll be seeing right now. And I'll see you all next time.